beginner brick?
Make him let me go! I didn't do anything wrong!
How dare you address the Queen of Narnia?
I didn't know!
You will know better hereafter!
Wait.
The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe was my favorite movie as a kid. Of course, I'm not talking about the Disney live-action version. I'm talking about the 1979 animation. I remember it being quite terrifying, especially when Edmund first meets Fenris Ulf, the captain of the wolves.
It's all right. It's all right. It's only a stone wolf. It can't hurt me.
Stand still, stranger, and tell me who you are.
The BBC also did a 6-part miniseries in 1988, which is rather quaint, to say the least, especially the beavers.
Poor fellow. He had only a moment before his arrest and managed to hand it to me. If anything happened to him, he said, I was to meet you here and take you on to...
Quaint means something that is old-fashioned in a way that feels charming or funny. For example, my grandmother's village has quaint little cottages. There are 7 books in the Chronicles of Narnia series, all written by C.S. Lewis, but only 3 were made into big movies. The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe, Prince Caspian, and The Voyage of the Dawn Treader. Lion is the 2nd book in the series and by far the most popular. But what most people don't realize is that this story has a hidden meaning. We call this an allegory, and in this case, it's the allegory of the story of Jesus Christ. In the allegory, Edmund is like Adam, and the witch is like the snake in the Garden of Eden. Instead of tempting him with fruit, she tempts him with Turkish delight. Because Edmund is angry with his family, especially Peter, he betrays them. Betrayal means breaking someone's trust.
They're at the little house at the dam with the beavers.
Well, I suppose you're not a total loss then?
That betrayal means someone must pay the price. Aslan steps in, taking Edmund's place, and dies on the stone table. But just like in the Bible, death isn't the end. Aslan rises again, breaking the witch's power. So the whole story moves from temptation to death to resurrection. Today we'll look at the 3 moments in the movie that connect to the biblical story. We'll break down the vocab and the phrases and also understand why all these moments have this extra special meaning in the bigger picture. But first, let's watch the first scene with subtitles.
What is your name, son of Adam?
Edmund.
And how, Edmund, did you come to enter my dominion?
I'm not sure. I was just following my sister.
Your sister? How many are you?
4. Lucy's the only one that's been here before. She said she met some faun called Tumnus. Peter and Susan didn't believe her. I didn't either.
Edmund, you look so cold. Come sit with me. Now, how about something hot to drink?
Yes, please. Your Majesty.
Your drink, Sire.
How did you do that?
I can make anything you like.
Can you make me taller?
Anything you'd like to eat.
Turkish Delight?
Edmund, I would very much like to meet the rest of your family.
Why? They're nothing special.
Oh, I'm sure they're not nearly as delightful as you are. But you see, Edmund, I have no children of my own. And you are exactly the sort of boy who I could see one day becoming Prince of Narnia. Maybe even King.
Really?
Of course, you'd have to bring a family.
Oh, do you mean Peter would be king too?
No. But a king needs servants.
I guess I could bring him.
Beyond these woods, you see those two hills? My house is right between them. You'd love it there, Edmund. It has whole rooms simply stuffed with Turkish Delight.
Couldn't I have some more now?
No! Don't want to ruin your appetite. Besides, you and I are going to be seeing each other again very soon, aren't we?
I hope so. Your Majesty.
Until then, dear one. I'm gonna miss you. And how, Edmund, did you come to enter my dominion?
Dominion means land or territory that someone rules. It's formal and old-fashioned, but you might still see this in history books. Notice the way Edmund uses the word just in this clip.
I'm not sure. I was just following my sister.
Your sister?
Here it softens the excuse and makes it less serious, like when someone says, "I was just joking."
How many are you?
4.
Now that's strange phrasing. In modern English we would say, "How many people are in your family?" The witch isn't just making conversation. The witch knows about the prophecy that says 4 human children will sit on the thrones of Narnia and end her rule. When Edmund tells her that there are 4 of them, she realizes that this prophecy is coming true, and that's why this question is so important. A prophecy is a message about something that will happen in the future. Just look at her face here. She is shocked that the prophecy is coming true. Notice what happens right after this. The witch suddenly changes her tone. Instead of being harsh, she acts kind. She's pretending to care, but actually she's really starting to manipulate him, trying to get him to bring his brothers and sisters into Narnia so that she can destroy them and stop the prophecy. Manipulate just means to control or influence someone in a clever or unfair way, usually without them realizing. For example, the salesman manipulated the customer into buying something expensive.
Now, how about something hot to drink?
Yes, please. Your Majesty.
Your drink, sire.
Your Majesty is just a formal way to address a king or queen. This is still used today. Sire is another very formal, very old-fashioned word for lord or king. It's also a bit sarcastic here. Sarcastic means the opposite of what you really mean, usually in a joking or mocking way. For example, if it's raining very heavily and someone says, "Lovely weather we're having," that's sarcasm. I love this moment with her servant Canarbrick. He was just about to kill Edmund, but now he's suddenly treating him with fake respect, playing along with the queen so perfectly.
Anything you'd like to eat?
Turkish Delight?
Turkish Delight is a candy from the Middle East. It's chewy, sweet, and covered in sugar. But in this story, Turkish Delight represents temptation, just like with the forbidden fruit in the biblical story of Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden. Now, temptation means a strong desire to do something, usually something that you shouldn't. You might feel temptation to eat chocolate before dinner, or to look at your phone when you should be studying.
My house is right between them. You'd love it there, Edmund. It has whole rooms simply stuffed with Turkish Delight.
The word stuffed normally means completely full, like when you eat too much and say, "I'm stuffed." Here it means the rooms are packed or overflowing with sweets.
Couldn't I have some more now?
No! Don't want to ruin your appetite.
Here, for a moment, her true self comes out. Then she quickly softens it by smiling and saying, "Don't want to ruin your appetite." Parents often say this phrase when kids want sweets before dinner. Now we come to the death scene. This is the moment Aslan sacrifices himself to save Edmund. Sacrifice means giving up something valuable, often your life, to help or protect others. In the Bible, Jesus also gives up his life to take the punishment for others. So when we watch this part of Narnia, Aslan's death is directly connected to that story.
No, Aslan. I'm a little disappointed in you. Did you honestly think by all this that you could save the human traitor? You are giving me your life and saving no one. So much for love.
Tonight, the deep magic will be appeased. But tomorrow, we will take Narnia forever.
In that knowledge, despair.
And die!
Did you honestly think by all this that you could save the human traitor?
This is a rhetorical question used to make a point more than actually getting an answer. For example, "Did you really think I would forget your birthday?" means, "Of course I didn't forget." The word honestly just adds some emphasis like really or truly. For example, "Do you honestly believe that all the events in the Bible are true?" The word traitor means someone who betrays another person or a group. In Narnia, Edmund is the human traitor because he betrayed his family by siding with the witch.
So much for love.
This phrase is used when you want to say something has failed or is useless. The witch is mocking Aslan's love and sacrifice, saying it's all completely pointless. For example, "So much for our weekend plans. It's raining."
Tonight, the deep magic will be appeased.
Deep magic is a story term meaning the ancient law of Narnia that requires a life for a traitor's sin. Appeased just means satisfied or calmed, usually in a formal way. The angry customer was appeased with a refund.
In that knowledge, despair.
And die!
This is poetic, shortened speech. Despair means complete loss of hope. For example, after losing everything, he fell into despair. So in this death scene, Aslan is mocked, humiliated, and killed. But we all know that his death is not the end of the story. Just like in the Bible, death is followed by the most powerful moment of all, the resurrection, where Jesus and Aslan come back from the dead. Let's watch the clip.
Susan!
It's Aslan.
But we saw the knife. The witch.
If the witch knew the true meaning of sacrifice, she might have interpreted the deep magic differently. That when a willing victim who has committed no treachery is killed in a traitor's stead, the stone table will crack, and even death itself would turn backwards.
The girls discover Aslan alive again, and we hear the explanation.
But we saw the knife. The witch.
If the witch knew the true meaning of sacrifice, she might have interpreted the deep magic differently.
The true meaning of sacrifice is not just giving something up, but giving up your life for someone else. The witch thought sacrifice was weakness, but really it is the greatest power.
That when a willing victim who has committed no treachery is killed in a traitor's stead.
We have a few tricky terms here, so please stay with me. Willing victim means someone who chooses to give their life. Treachery means betrayal or serious disloyalty.
Where are the humans headed?
Wait! No! Don't! Beaver said something about the stone table, and that Aslan had an army there.
An army? Thank you, Edmund.
In a traitor's stead, here stead means place, so it just means that someone innocent dies in the place of someone guilty.
The stone table will crack, and even death itself would turn backwards.
The stone table will crack means the law of death is broken. Death itself will turn backwards means that death loses its power. In everyday English, we might say death is defeated. So just to make it clear in the allegory, this is the resurrection. Jesus rising from the dead in the Bible and Aslan rising from the dead in Narnia both show the same truth. Love is stronger than death. We've now seen the full journey. This is why The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe is more than just a fantasy story. What does temptation mean in the story? A strong desire to do something you probably shouldn't, a celebration or feast, a type of sweet candy. Why is the witch so interested when Edmund says there are 4 children? She knows the prophecy says 4 children will end her power. She wants to invite them for dinner. She is curious about human families. What does the word dominion mean in the witch's question, how did you come to enter my dominion? A piece of clothing, land or territory that someone rules, a secret prophecy. Thanks so much for joining me today on Hollywood English. Please like this video if you enjoyed it and subscribe to our channel. And if you'd like to improve your speaking, watch this video next. Cheers. What would you do if you showed up to a job interview in paint-covered clothes straight from jail?